Joining us is, I think, the only person to be CIA Director and Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. Welcome, Mr. Secretary. Our friends joining us this Easter night may be wondering how much capability Iran has if that country can still shoot down our jets.
Well, Trey, happy Easter. It's great to be with you. Look, I think they still have capability. That's what President Trump's talking about. In his famous tweet now, he said, you have 48 hours to figure this out or we're coming after all of it, the remaining capabilities. That includes the dual-use technologies. And I'm sure they'll still have a few drones and a few missiles, but he has demonstrated with what took place today that we can dominate a particular piece of real estate, that he's not afraid to put Americans on the ground in order to achieve that objective, whether that's getting the enriched uranium out or whatever the task at hand may be. We have now demonstrated to the Iranian regime that they are completely incapable of stopping anything the United States wants to do, needs to achieve. And I'm confident President Trump is going to see this to its proper conclusion. We'll get the Strait back open. We'll keep Americans safe. And if any other of our soldiers, Marines, airmen fall into harm's way, you should know the United States will come get them at any time.
All right, Secretary, you are rare because you have sat where John Ratcliffe now sits and where Marco Rubio now sits. Tell us what goes into a rescue mission like this with precious little time to prepare and incredibly high stakes.
Well, Trey, two things to know. One is, in the moment, it's too late, right? A ton of good work done by the CIA over years and certainly over the last months under Director Ratcliffe. Excellent work preparing for exactly this kind of thing. You don't know when, you don't know exactly where, and you certainly don't know exactly the required mission, but the skill set, the capabilities have been developed, and Director Ratcliffe and CENTCOM, our military, deserve enormous praise for having prepared for exactly this moment. But when you get there, when you get to this time, all you can do is count on the fact that you've done the hard work, know that the mission is important, be prepared to take the exact risk that President Trump green-lighted for Secretary Hexas, Secretary Rubio, and Director Ratcliffe to take, and then you execute viciously, exactly the way we did. Opening an airstrip in Iran in a combat setting is really, truly quite remarkable, and kudos to all those involved, our intelligence officials, our military, and the political leadership that understood the importance of making sure that we always do this right for our men and women in uniform.
All right, this question is central because whatever you're looking for is what I should be looking for. What is Mike Pompeo watching for in the hours and days to come?
Trey, I think it's very unlikely that President Trump could do what he's been trying to do, right? Achieve a diplomatic resolution to this. Perhaps I'm wrong, but I think that's unlikely. So what I think we'll see in the days ahead is the United States continue to take down Iranian capability to go after Gulf state allies, to harm Israel, to threaten Europe and the United States. So I think you'll see massive air power used by ourselves and our allies. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Middle Eastern countries fly and fight alongside of us. Everyone understands that this regime is, to use President's language, these are some crazy folks. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see us take that down even further, open the strait, and then restore the peace that President Trump's been driving for since he came into office in January of 2024. Excuse me, January 2025.
All right, Secretary, our country trusted you to negotiate with friend and foe alike. I mean, you, Secretary of State, served in Congress with you. You're really good at negotiating. I'm sure our viewers are wondering, how can you ever trust what the Iranians tell you? I mean, the president's got 3 years left. Iran may have religious zealots for decades to come. How do you even trust them if you do reach an agreement?
Trey, I think that's true, and you're right. I've been with some pretty ornery characters, and you don't trust them in the end. You know precisely who they are. These are evildoers. Here we sit on Easter, and we're reminding us that evil still roams the earth. In the end, it's about verification. So whatever deal gets struck, whatever agreements are reached, you have to make sure that you've put in place a set of incentives that align, that is, they're convinced this is in their best interest, that under great risk to themselves. And then second, you have to have a verification regime that is sufficient to know that they're actually living up to the commitments they make. And if they don't, that you're prepared to respond in a way that drives them back to the agreement. It's not about the piece of paper. It's not about the words. They'll never be trustworthy leadership in Iran. You have to make sure that the agreement is something that can be enforced.
Mike Pompeo, I am so glad you highlighted the women and men of the CIA who don't get on television. Names are never known. Thank you for doing it, and thank you for your service to our country.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.